Hello everybody, this is Draft Dragon here, and I am very sorry I have been very lazy recently. Some of you might be wondering as to why I haven't responded in over like a month or so. Well, the reason for that is because I've been doing lots of job searching and the like, and I finally got a job at my local civic center. You know, it's not too bad, pretty good. Plus the fact that it's just I wasn't in the mood to do anything. Sorry that seems really lazy, but I want to do something if I'm actually, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Spirited to do it, in a sense. Anyways, this episode we are chasing after Shadow Mario. And we are going... Mecha Bowser appears. I could make the obvious joke, but I don't think that would be... Oh well. Oh well. And he just sort of runs immediately. Whoa. Ow! Why does he have hits done? Let me try to fix this real quick.
Did the perpetrator get away?
Oh, so I have to deal with that. Goody. Anyways, this guy is a complete loon. He thinks that he and I were paid. He's like a bad version of you, but you both look like the same and stuff. Now I'm starting to see as to why some people compare this to Sonic Adventure 2. You know, that's actually starting to make a lot of sense now. Anyways, boss fight. Yeah. This level's just really just strictly a boss fight. Anyways, you do it the same as how you fire your water. You want to keep an eye on your front and behind area, and make sure to try to fire those rockets at the Mecha Bowser thing. Okay. Bullet bills will come from your front and from your behind. It's a little hot. Flood's directions are a bit complicated to understand. You want to make sure... You have to keep hitting him with the rockets. It only takes a few... Oh, no. Gummit. Ooh! Anyways, yeah, you fire rockets with the R button just as you do with water. Okay, did I get it? Okay. Whoop! I was actually kind of lucky that I got that. Okay, and... Sorry if I wasn't speaking through a lot of that. It's just that you really have to keep an eye on yourself if you want to do, like, no damage.
Leave my mama alone, you bad man. I won't let you take Mama Peach away. Mama Peach?
I have many questions. Oh gee, what gave it away? He's wearing a paintbrush, isn't he?
When I draw with this, all my wishes come true. A strange old man in a white coat gave it to me.
Why?
Strange old man in a white coat.
But why would you pretend to be Mario?
Papa told me everything. He said, Mario's a bully, he never fights fair. He said, Junior, you gotta try to outsmart Mario. So I tried to get Mario sent to prison. But they didn't lock him up. And now he came to steal Mama Peach again. You pesky, stop following us. No, not again. It appears to be heading toward Corona Mountain.
Okay. How to start off on the right foot about this conversation? Oh boy. Okay. I gotta admit, the plot for... The idea of the plot that, you know, he's claiming to be Peach's son, like, you know, her child, her baby, when the fact that she doesn't even seem to remember about that, that's very questionable. I mean, that is very questionable. Like, you know, how does... I'll admit, story, very stupid. But it did... However, I do think that the plan of Bowser and Bowser Jr. was actually quite brilliant. To impersonate a so-called hero in a land that no one knows about him, and basically tries to frame him for, like, you know, for basically polluting the island and making everything worse. That's actually a really brilliant plan. I'm just kind of surprised that nobody ever bothers to think about this sort of stuff. Ooh. God damn it. Okay. Because that actually is one of the more brilliant plans that I've ever seen. Anyways, if for anyone that's actually curious about how you're supposed to get access to these blue coins that are stuck underneath these baskets, that's how you get access to them. And, for this... Whoa! Okay, what you gotta do here is water the bombs, and then throw them at him. There is a way how to glitch yourself in there, but I wouldn't suggest that, honestly. Okay, it just takes three to throw at him, and I'm not sure what he's supposed to be. Is he a Monty Ball? Is he a gopher? What is he, anyways? Anyways, the purple ones will home in on you. The black ones just sort of shoot the ground, but golden ones will drop coins. So this is a potential level for you to pick for if you decide to do the 100 coin mission. Okay. These blocks will slowly turn black and then disappear. You want to make sure that you time your jumps correctly. And jump there, jump there. And that over there is just a dead end. There's really nothing for you over there. And you just want to sort of slowly make your way up these jumping platforms. And then come over here. And then my personal idea is just to sort of, you want to sort of sprint. You want to do the dive maneuver and then jump out of it, essentially. And then, uh-oh. And there. Sorry if I'm not talking a lot, it's just I'm concentrating. I'm sorry that it sucks for commentating purposes. That one isn't so hard, like the black fadeaway bricks will sort of mess you up the first time, but after that it's not too bad. Anyways, that area there, the way how you get into that level is a callback to 64, but is easier to sort of figure out because shine sprites, sun, glowy panel, step on glowy panel, look up at sun. Bingo. Red coins at the pirate ship. Ooh boy. Also, something to note is that every odd level you every odd level plus level 8 takes place within the park. But all the even levels outside of level 8 take place outside. It's sort of an interesting gimmick. I'll give it that. Anyways, a good sort of tip to sort of keep in mind is to try to avoid the electric Koopas if you can. Oh, and something that I figured I might as well go ahead and point out. That blue coin there, that is the most difficult blue coin to obtain in my opinion. Anyways, what am I... Oh, right, I'm supposed to head over this way. I mean, technically you can get any of the red coins in any order that you want. But I'm trying to take a path that is sort of suggested. Okay. None here. I think what they wanted you to do was to try to climb on top of the pirate ships and ride them. But, that red coin right there. I think I'm gonna wait for this thing to slow down a little bit. Yeah, because it's about to reach full height. And then this should be the full rotation. I wonder how this ride is technically supposed to work. Like, do people get in there or what? Okay. Okay, got that one. Now I want to go ahead and get on top of over here. Gummit. Well, don't worry, there's multiple ways how to get up there. Anyways. Now, just because this bridge is out doesn't really mean anything. You can still make the jump, even though I'm absolutely sucking at this. And there. Also, these are red electric Koopas. They only ever pop up on grates. And don't worry, they don't if you guys are worried, don't worry. They don't respawn. Okay. Okay. Jump. And then I guess go ahead and just pick up this blue coin. And let's see here. I picked that up. And then there's another red coin over here. And so long as you pick up the first 3 red coins on the pirate ship, the rest are rather easy to find. Now what you want to do here is you want to start off underneath it. And then every time you see in a red electric Koopa, give it the old 1-2. There. And then the last one is right there. Now, you might be wondering as to why you decided to pick them in. Okay, no. I picked them in this order because once you pick up the last red coin, the shine sprite will appear right here. So, yeah. So, here we go. One down, another how many or so to go. Now, something that I probably have already mentioned, but I'm going to mention again anyways, is that is that the only Shine Sprites that are required are episodes 1 through 7. Those are the only ones that are necessary. Specifically, you have to take down Shadow Mario in the 7th level. Now, here's the thing. You have to pick them in the, in the order as stated. Oh, the wilted sunflower. This is actually a really important level. Now, we see that we have these giant, what appears to be sleeping Yoshi eggs. And for whatever reason, these poor things are wilting. The egg just hatched on the beach. Basically what's going on here is that the eggs are these little hatchling creatures, basically sort of like sea turtles almost. And they're eating at the roots of these flowers, slowly making them wilt. You want to have them sort of try to chase you a little bit, and then when they back up, they'll do that dive bomb attack. And that's when you gotta move out of the way. The first bunch are really easy, but once you get to the last one, it's actually kind of difficult. Because the last one moves faster than the others for whatever reason. Also, there's a very particular phrase that Chuck Conroy has coined that I cannot get out of my head. Oh boy. Okay, and it has to be over the sand. It won't work on the grass. The sunflowers will always perk up. The same ones will always perk up in the same order. And so don't worry, it doesn't matter which egg you defeat first. Come on, chase me. And for whatever reason, it sort of meows like a cat. Okay. This is I don't know, I mean, this is sort of like a weird level. And for some weird reason, people are mistaking these for Yoshi eggs. Nope! You have to get that one timed almost perfectly, otherwise it will pull itself out of the ground and it will return into its sleeping position area. Huh. So yeah, there we go. Also, a really good tip is that the location that you want to pick is post episode 1, and you want to do it on the beach because you can actually find a whole lot of coins on the beach by spraying it. And any second now, once you have completed that specific mission, the wilted sunflower mission, you have the chance to try to chase down Shadow Mario, and he will be clutching a Yoshi egg. Also, pretty much... And yeah, this was the first 3D game that allowed you to actually utilize Yoshi in-game. Sure, yeah, we had Yoshi Sprite from 64, but that doesn't really mean anything when all he does for you is max out your life counter after you've already done everything in the game. It's almost as if it's a useless reward. Oh, that's actually super convenient. The first fruit that Yoshi will always desire is always going to be a banana. Now there are a few things that Yoshi can do. Yoshi naturally jumps higher than Mario, and he has the flutter jump. And he retained this flutter jump from Yoshi's Island. His acidic spray is essentially kind of acidic, as it will forces that sort of, I don't know what it is, it's like toxic cheese or something, to melt. And there's a particular area that you need to get to that utilizes this, but here's the thing. There is a rather big problem with this. No, that's not what I meant to... No! One sec. And, by the way, when you get to enough Shine Sprites, he just sort of grabs all these flood upgrades as well. I have no idea as to why he decides to try to pick them up. I guess because it's an EGAD weapon, maybe the paintbrush also works with it. Now I'm just imagining how exactly he would run fast with it. Like does he sort of sit on the stick and then the stick turns into like a nozzle or something? Anyways, he tends to run in a set pattern. You always want to, and just like I said before, you want to be just a little bit behind him. Now, as I was trying to say a second ago with Yoshi, the second he touches water, he turns into Dippin' Dots and dies. Now, this is the turbo nozzle. I know, a great demonstration of its abilities. Great, good job, Ben. The main purpose of this is to run really fast or leap great distances and destroy these sort of gates. That's the whole point of it. You get a few Shine Sprites by doing that. Now, let me think. Might as well go ahead and demonstrate this. Oh, and yeah. When Yoshi dies, he turns into Dipping Dots. And if he touches water, he turns into Dipping Dots. Yoshi does something weird, though, when he sprays enemies with his guttural acidic juices, as some Kami Johnny would say. What ends up happening is that they turn into a platform, and depending on what color Yoshi he is, depends on a following effect that I will describe in the description, as I don't remember at the moment. And yeah, since I have this many Shine Sprites right now, I just figured that it was the best and most appropriate to go ahead and get this. Now, as far as I am aware, the only way that middle area over there opens up, that sort of like, little rainbow area of like Northern Lights, but it's Southern. I guess I'll call it the Southern Lights. Let's coin that term. This one's annoying because he just sort of because he just jumps back and forth. He's like an Italian flea. Oh wait. Anyways, as I was saying, the order that these levels are technically supposed to open up at is that you unlock Bianco Hills first, Rico Harbor, Gelato Beach. Trying to remember. Crap, I can't think. I accidentally clicked the continue button and not the save and continue. So I need to spray you down real quick. Come on! By the way, when you spray this guy off and you get rid of that, he gives you a blue coin. I just need to do that real quick. Anyways, yeah, the whole point of the rocket nozzle is to jump high as per stated. And once you unlock Yoshi, you have the ability to use him at any level that he is available in. Now, the only way that you'll destroy this is by jumping high and doing this giant butt stomp. That will unlock the Shine Sprite right up here. Anyways, the Southern Lights, as I described them, they pop up at around, I want to say, they only pop up after you have had access to Peanut Park. And they also only pop up, I want to say, after you obtain the 30 Shine Sprites. That's what I want to say, but I'm not entirely sure. Anyways, and don't worry, there's not a fourth one, thank goodness. That's the last time that we'll see Shadow Mario for a while, unless you count, like, the 7th episodes. I just sort of wanted to go ahead and demonstrate those real quick. Sort of give you guys an idea of what they're used for. Anyways, back to Peanut Park. this episode is the Runaway Ferris wheel. Oh, I remember what this one is, and it's interesting. You can do it one of two ways. You can do it the intended way, or you can kind of cheat it. I'll show you guys the intended way, but then I'll also sort of... I'll go of the intended way first, but then I'll show you guys how to do it the weird way. Now, the way how they want you to do it is to go up here by using these platforms as such. These things press down when you spray them, but they don't last forever. But they don't stay down forever. I guess they get dry, which doesn't make any goddamn sense, honestly. Okay. Also you need to kill these red electric Koopas because if you get hit while on these grates, you'll after you do your damage animation, you'll instantly drop, which is pretty annoying. And which basically means that you have to, and you can't just go straight up right now because those things are there, and they'll, well, you know, they'll deal like a good chunk of damage. They'll deal a chunk of damage to you, and then you fall to the bottom. You got to do this all over again. The camera is a little weird here, though I have, unless if I'm wrong. Okay. Okay, now that I've shown you how to clear the obstacles up there, and then if you want to do it the intended way, then you just sort of go back up there the way how you did before, but make sure that you get across those little board things before they close back down again. And I'm not sure what happens if you're on, and I don't quite remember what happens if you're on them and you try to spray them. Now, to do it in a sort of cheap, in a kind of cheap way, is that you come up here, you do the sort of long jump. Yeah, those things don't have a collision hitbox. And then, boom! So I've shown you how to do it the intentional way by taking care of the enemies, and I've shown you the unintentional way of how to do it. And now the Ferris wheel will have slowed down so that you can make your little ride up. This is also where to get 2 easy to miss blue coins. Because whenever you see markings like these, if you want to find blue coins, spray those markings. And it's best to just sort of get them while you're on the way. You do also want to be a little careful on the top of these carriages, because I've noticed that when they're going around on the bottom end, they tend to be a little glitchy and push you off. Anyways, guys, that will be it for tonight. I wish you guys a wonderful night, and I will see you all next time. Peace.